Okay, what I like from you guys, database, you just need to prepare a database that looks after GP surgery. Okay, we said you need to have, here we are, database tools. You need to have 6 tables to manage this GP surgery effectively, efficiently. And even more tables are required in real practices, but here this is enough for learning purposes. I said to you, you're going to create a patient's table and you will store all the details for the patient's name, surname, etc. in that table. Staff, medicine, and hospital. The intermediate tables, like such as prescriptions and referrals, will link those areas up together. And we only link things up via their ID numbers, because when a primary key from its original table is repeated in another table, it becomes a foreign key. That's the only way I can avoid repeating patient's name over and over again, or their addresses over and over again. I'm repeating the special key, that's primary key, over and over again. It becomes a foreign key and makes a composite key, but I said don't worry about composite keys here. We assign a new primary key for these connecting tables. Now what's in them tables? I said if you open one up, like let's open patients for example. Okay, I put loads of data in because I copied it from somewhere else. Okay, you just need to give me 5 or 10 patients. And then I said medicine. Okay, I put loads of data in, went to NHS website, just copied some of the stuff down, and then it's like put loads of information here. It looks more convincing. Okay, but your database doesn't have to be this much data. It just needs to work correctly. And then I've got here hospitals that must have real data. Again, this is all made up. It says hospital A to, hospital Y. Well, it's all made up. Okay, but what I like to see here is like speciality. They're not even that convincing, but I just put them down so you can see there is something there. And then I ask you, please do not put anything in prescriptions or referrals. Why? This is the table. These two are the tables that links the other ones together. When a patient is referred to a hospital, that's when you actually use this. At the moment it's empty. And in my video, just now you watched, I said go to forum tool, okay? Create a forum from the forum wizard. I'm not going to do it here because I've done it early on. If you follow the steps, very simple steps, you would have created something like this. I will start with the patients. Now it doesn't look that great. Oh, actually this looks okay. What did I do? I customized the form. All I did was I used the form wizard, add the fields in from existing table. If I design them correctly, it will give me the drop-down options. But right now, I don't have any drop-down options because this form collects information from real world. So you come to me, I don't know your surname, your name. I don't know anything about you. So I can't design a drop-down menu. Apart from, I could say Mr. Mrs. title, or if there are specific things like that I want to display there, I can make them a lookup as I told you previous weeks. So what do I do? This is the patient's one, and I just want to show you a few things here. For example, your assignment says add new patient, save new patient, print patient, navigate this form. Even though this form will be navigatable, like down here, you want to add these buttons. Why? You're making it user-friendly. How do you add those buttons? Again, it's in my video. All you have to do, go to Home, View, Design View, and then use that option and make sure you understand. I'm just going to draw one here just for demonstration purposes. You understand this menu that popped up. What does it say? Record navigation. It means you can navigate. Okay? It means next patient, previous patient, last patient. The next one, record navigation, record operation will show you add a patient, delete a patient, do something to that table. Okay? So please investigate that area. I'm not saying you have to put 5 buttons. I am not saying you have to put any, but I'm showing you what the good work will look like. And then cancel this because I don't need that button there. You can see I have an add patient button. What does it do? Okay, what does it do? Go to form. If I click add patient, what do you expect to see here? Add a new patient. It will clear everything. It means it's not going to delete the patient list. It's going to go to the last record and give me new space for a new patient entry. And you come along, I say, okay, sir, what's your name? What's your surname? And where do you live? Have you got a mobile number? And this is what happens when you go to reception of your GP. They ask you, they take this down for the first time, and then you are registered with them. It goes and stores in a database. Save the patient, you have to hit that button. Okay, in Access, it's not automatic. You have to save the record. I mean, it just actually saves it when you navigate to the next record, but I would like to make it explicit. So you hit Save button. Delete button, I made it, I thought I made that red. I don't know why, it's yellow. I must have changed at some point. But I made a different color. Why? Again, this is from software engineering purposes. You have to make it obvious because the user is about to make a mistake, delete someone permanently. In Access, if you delete something, you don't get it back. There is no undo button. You can undo your design aspects, but you can't undo a deleted record. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the other tables. I mean, this one is quite important. Prescriptions table. Look at the table. What's going on here? I know I didn't really align them right, but I like you to. What's going on here? Because I've designed them in such a way, these values are filtered into my form. What do I mean by that? Remember your table. Look at your prescription table. Okay, when I click on it, I get a list of medicine because I know what medicine available that I've got in stock. And I've got what patients, I've got the list of patients, I know what the patients are. And staff, I obviously know my staff. So what am I doing? I am turning this table into a form. You can see that. And when you come along, I will say to you, you know what? There is I think that's the one. It says add a new prescription or save one. Let's say you come along. I go, okay, patient ID. Peter. Okay, hello, Peter. Okay, and who's dealing with it? I'm a nurse, Laura. I'm dealing with it, and you've been prescribed a painkiller, aspirin. All you have to do then, save this information. Now it's been saved. In where? In my prescriptions table. That's simple. So get this right. Everything else will be nicely falling into place. The tables are the key. Make sure your relationships are consistent. You have enforced referential integrity. And what do I mean by that? I said use data lookup, link your tables up to the correct places, and then go to data here, database tools, relationships, and enforce referential integrity by clicking that button. Okay? And then if I now follow on from there, let me check my time. I've got 8 minutes because I need to record this up to, I have 15 minutes allowance, so it's got to stop. This is an online recording tool. So I'm going to go through the next step now, forms I talked about. Now, guys, what would be useful? If I wanted to search for something in this case, what would be useful? What would be a useful search? Can you tell me? A query, but what would be a meaningful query? Often in IT, the problem comes from not understanding the real problem. So the solution, we can all solve it once we understand what we need to solve. Now, that's why I'm asking that question. Now, what is it? I would like to, I'll give you an example. I would like to search a patient ID or a name, let's say ID. Okay, and I would like to see what prescription they have been prescribed and who's written them. So I can print that and give it to them. They can take it to the chemist, and so they can get their prescription, right? So how do I do that? What do I do? I'm just going to close all of them, so you're following me all. Okay, I'm going to close all of them. I don't know what I've done there. Maybe I've just done something. Okay, here we go. Create. Now, queries at this stage in the game, I like you to use the wizard. Use the wizard query here. And then simple query and follow the steps. I showed you this in the previous video. Now, what I like you to do in this one, I've done one early on. I'm going to go to design view. This is what comes up. How did this come up? Now, what happens is I have selected different fields from different tables. What that means is, if you look back at create query wizard here, okay, I said this wizard will have patients. Is this repeat prescription? No, that's a query. Okay, let's say patients. This will have patient's ID, name and surname, but I am not bound into one table. This is where its power comes from. The databases, I can now throw in another table into it. So what does that mean? It means I can go to the doctor. Where is my medical staff? Okay, I say ID, name, surname, and position if you like. Do you notice? These are now all being collated in one area that I can inquire. I can say, okay, who's that patient being looked after by? If I don't add these fields from different tables, all I will get is numbers like you get early on. Okay, so that's not good. We have to go to the right table. So I just want to cancel this. As a result, this is what you get. Okay, and it shows you these is the tables that you are inquiring from, and if you want more fields, you double click on them, it will appear down here. But what does this mean? Investigate it. It says field name, it comes from patients table. Not all fields come from patients. Look, this one, those comes from prescription table. Product name comes from medicine. I would expect that. Okay, sort it. You don't need to sort it. You can, if you want to, ascending, descending, or in a certain way. Show means you can search for something, but it doesn't always need to be shown as a result. You can hide it. So untick that if you don't want to show something, but it's not that important at this stage. And criteria is the most important part here. Look at that criteria. What you get is, notice what I did. I actually wrote something in a square bracket. What did I write? I said, please enter patient ID. This is an actually question to the user. If I run this query, look what happens. Where is my run button? I think I should be in the design. Run. Okay? It's going to ask me what I wrote in here. This means give me that number, so I will return, I will find that patient for you. This is why when you call your mobile company, they say, where's your customer number? I mean, you know, they want to put it in, so they want to return all your dealings with them. And it's the same in your GP surgery. Here, I will type, because I only wrote prescription for one patient, and that is patient ID number 19, I know that. The other patients have no dealings with me yet. It's a new surgery. Okay, I'll say okay. It will return back. I must have deleted. I entered 2, but it doesn't matter. This is what it will return back. This is correct. Now, what do I do with this? I design a report. How do I do the report? I think you figured it by now. Create report wizard. You go into the area. You drop down the fields that you need. Then look at your report. If you linked it up, let's go on to this one here. I hope this is not the one that I'm a bit worried now because I put a silly picture on it. Yeah, I removed the picture, that's good. Okay. No, it's true. I was trying to put something like, yes, okay. I removed it last night. Okay, that's good. No, it was me walking on the sand dunes in Canary Island, and it was like I didn't have much on, so that is not really like appropriate. Okay, I just wanted to add something on there. But you can see what's happening here. The reason that FFF stuff there, because I was trying to customize this like a prescription. When I hit print button, it's going to print it as a prescription. Now, last thing for your assignment for this to work 100% is data protection. It says you have to protect it in such a way. How do you protect something? You use password. How do you make it password protective? I'd like you to investigate that. Please do not use it today until after your database is finished, but that is your next task. Check how do you password protect your database, and pretty much your work will be done after that. I will tick all the boxes step by step next week and tell you what you will get in each step of the way in terms of your assignment. Any questions? I will upload this video now, so if you get stuck, go back what I just showed you. Is it finished? Ah, nice! That is brilliant. Done.